right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this weekly card reading. So we're going to just look into the energy of the week, and this is a general card reading. So generally it will apply to you, and generally it'll apply to everyone. So everyone that is drawn to this message, I do believe that everyone drawn to this video, there is a message in it for you because you were drawn here. There's a reason, and I do want you to use your intuition and your be a participant in this. Use your wisdom, your knowledge, your understanding, your intuition, and take what serves you and leave what doesn't serve you. If you find yourself arguing, feeling frustrated, aggravated about any part of this video, then that is your sign that it is not for you. And I ask that you move on in love and light. So yeah, guys, I am so excited about bringing these messages to you this week. So let's just go ahead and get started and get right into it, shall we? All right. So we're going to start with the tarot this week with the Star Tarot. And let's see what we get. All right. So let's see what is coming out. So it's a week to dream big, but protect yourself. Protect yourself and your dreams. It's okay to dream and face life a little bit with childlike curiosity, but also be very wise. It's important for wisdom. And I feel like you're gonna have the opportunity to begin to create something new. You're gonna see a new creation. Yeah, it's like there's an opportunity to make something of this, to make something better. There's an opportunity, but it's what you do with it. And I feel like we're gonna begin the week very childlike. Just enjoy your life and be willing to dream about brighter futures, and then move into a time of using your wisdom and your discernment and protecting your dreams. Because I mean, doesn't it seem like we live in a world where you show your joy and like everybody gets so angry and upset, and it's just like, oh my gosh, you could be joyful too, like, but if you choose to be angry, I'm not gonna argue, but fine. But isn't it crazy how it's like people want to cut you down for being happy? So there's a need to protect yourself and to go within and use your wisdom and your discernment, and yeah, and then you can make something out of this. You can make something out of it. I feel like the joy, the dream, the moving and looking at life with a childlike curiosity, that's a choice. All of that is a choice. And you can decide to just not even... You can decide to be miserable. You can decide to dream of a crappy future. You can decide to be serious and not playful. You can decide all that. So I feel like that's a decision. And I feel like it's a decision to make something of what comes about. But I feel like this is not really a decision. Like there's going to be a going within, a reflection, an understanding that has to be come to. So it's like there's an external force that it's causing you to need to protect yourself, to be wise, to be careful about your reactions, go within. You choose how you enter into this hermit mode, and you choose what you do with the knowledge that you gain from this hermit mode too. But I feel like there's this hermit mode midweek that really is necessary, and it's almost forced upon us. Okay, very interesting. So let's move on to the Tarot of Dreams and see what we see. All right, so this flew out whenever and what I'm getting from this is we have to make a decision. We don't want to make. What I'm getting from this is actually you think that you don't want to make the decision, but you want to be the one in charge of this decision. You don't want the universe to make it for you. So if you feel like there's this thing that you're being indecisive about or something like that, and you feel like, oh, I'll just see how it plays out. No, I don't know. I feel a warning in that. Don't see how it is going to play out. You need to take control, take the reins, and you don't want to. You would rather just see how it plays out, and I don't feel like that is proper. If you don't know what to do and you don't know what decision to make, then I recommend getting out with Mother Nature and breathing and going into the silence and connecting to the God within you, just for the love of connecting with the God within you. But I feel like that's going to help you be empowered to make the decision that you need to make that you're not wanting to make. So be willing to go within and connect with the God. Yeah, see, because I feel like, yeah, there's these decisions that are coming towards you. And also approach these decisions with a childlike curiosity, Approach the decisions with a childlike curiosity. And again, going in the silence and moving from the silence is going to be the good thing. Again, this is playing out where I feel like this is a choice. What you do with this is a choice. This is a choice. What you do with this is a choice. But midweek, what I tell people is like a psychic, when I look into the future with my clairs psychically, what I see is a vision of roads, highways, and I'll see highways for people, I'll see highways for places, I'll see highways for events, it's highways are always formed, and typically there's 12. Now, during the 2020 to 2022 time period, and I was talking to other psychic people, and they're like, yeah, it's a haywire. These highways were they would expand and then contract, and it was really crazy. But one thing that never changes with the highways for me, basically the highways are different paths that we can take. And for me, I typically see 12. There's 12 paths, and we're typically going down the middle, the person is. But I can, you can influence them to get closer to this path and start walking on it, or you can influence them to get closer to this path to start walking on it, But anyway, I was going to say I can talk them into walking the higher paths, but not always, but I try to. But whenever you see these highways sometimes across, it doesn't matter if there's infinite lines ahead of them, infinite paths, or two paths. I never have seen two paths, but like the least I've ever seen is like 5-6 paths. I've never seen below 5-6 paths at any given time that are possible and probable for moving forward into the future for what's going to happen. And you see different things happening on these paths. And like one path will be a path towards poverty, one's a path towards abundance, things like that. And when you see them, sometimes there's what I call toll booths. There's like a toll booth, and the toll booth will be across all paths, like all paths hit this. So, and what I call those are God events. And I feel like that's what's coming through midweek with this reading, is there's this toll booth on all paths forward. So it doesn't matter what you choose here, and it doesn't matter what you choose here. This is happening. That kind of energy is it's really playing off. So I don't know why I felt I needed to describe that to y'all in this reading. But I did. So, but yeah, you're going to see choices and have choices and have decisions to make. And I'm hearing that you need to make a decision, even though it might not work out. And okay, so that I feel like is necessary to know, because if you need, yeah, exactly, the ding 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 in the back is confirmation. You need to know this. If you're being faced with decisions and you're like, I'm going to let the universe take care of it, it won't work out. But if you have to make a choice and it still doesn't work out, then you're like, what the heck? So it still could not work out, but that doesn't mean you were wrong to make the decision. Making the decision was what helped empower you. Yeah, there's something in just making the decision, whether it works out or not, that's the important part, that you're willing to make the decision. And I guess it's important that you're willing to go within and to make the decision from a place of love and possibility, and make the decision from the silence, move with the silence. Move with the God within you. Move when the God within you is ready to move. And it still might not work out, but that doesn't mean that it wasn't meant to be. And it's your choice what you make of this. It really is your choice what you make of it. Because there's an opportunity to really, really make something good of this. But there's also the opportunity to fumble it. And it's going to be, because this right here it could very well be that, like you make the decision and you move forward, trusting yourself, and then it doesn't work out at all. And you have to go within and you've got to like reevaluate because it did not work out. And the reevaluation, there is the possibility that in the reevaluation you would see it wrong. And I don't want you to, because you would see it as like, oh my gosh, I shouldn't have made the decision, I was wrong. But see, the thing is, if you don't make the decision, then this is going to be far worse on you. And then you're going to see is the universe hates me, it's nothing ever going to work out. But that's not it. It's just you're going through a toll booth, a testing grounds. You're just going through a renewal that releases the old. And you have the opportunity to gain a deeper understanding of your finances and how you can create your finances, how you can move forward with a brighter financial future too. You have the opportunity to make the best of this, even though your choices failed, it didn't work out, and then you can make the most of this. And that's what we're all here for. Like, I can't stand someone say, why do people suffer? I'm like, are you kidding me? Have you experienced the victory of overcoming suffering? Like, I pray that for you, but I know that all my viewers pretty much y'all have. You've experienced the victory of overcoming suffering. How flunking awesome was it? I mean, come on. I've overcome some massive, massive low level that mud. You can't have the lotus without the mud. And it is so worth it. That lotus is so worth it. It is so worth it. That's why the suffering. I can't have my overcome without my suffer. So I need to be a suffering, I needed my victim time. I needed to be that victim. I wanted to be that victim. So, yeah, and, understanding that. Oh, goodness. Okay, so I don't know why I went off. So let's move on to, I'm going to put that there, I guess. Let's move on to the Journey Tarot and see if we get any confirmation here. Okay, so right away I see that we're not getting the confirmation of the toll booth in the middle, and that's okay. But still, I feel like there needs to be an understanding of how you move forward. the emotions that you move forward with, what is in your control as you move forward, and focusing on what's in your control as you move forward. Expect miracles is what I'm hearing with this too. If moving forward with the proper focus on connecting with God, focus on being with God, focus on your connection and your relationship with your God within you, and move forward in that calm peace, focus, and you can expect miracles. All that falls away is meant to build you. Don't hold on to what is falling away. Allow it to build you. Believe in yourself. Okay, whenever I was shuffling these, I had one that dropped out. So I'm going to grab that and let's see what that is. 3 of Pentacles. So celebration, and I feel a new collaboration and a new partnership is going to be worth celebrating, whether that be a business partnership, a relationship partnership, although I'm not picking that. I'm picking more business and friendship, community type partnership, definitely a coming together of 2 communities worth celebrating, almost like a wedding. So that would be relationship, wedding, yeah. So yeah, love, relationship. I feel like there's a partnership worth celebrating this week, and that's going to help you lighten the mood. And there's a stepping into your power that's happening. I'm hearing to cover this indecisiveness with the partnership. The celebration of the partnership is going to help you overcome the indecisiveness. Yeah, I'm hearing be open to love, be open to love, be open to collaborations, be open to partnerships. There's a divine partnership coming in this week, and that's separate from the toll booth thing that's happening. Like, I don't know, like a 9/11 event would be like a toll booth thing that happened, you know? I don't know if that one was a toll booth thing because I wasn't into my clairs as much back then. I was a kid. But things like that could be a toll booth thing that's happening. And there's a releasing of an old way of thinking, and then a need to go within and connect with the God within you and think to yourself, how or where is the spark of life within me? Where is the spark of, what is the love and beauty within me? And then think about where's the love and beauty without. Renew your hope by being your own hero, but also be open to collaboration. So basically, this week, there's a need to go into the silence before moving forward, to move forward with your connection to God. Cultivate your connection to God. Move forward with the connection to God. Release old ways of thinking. Be willing to work with others and collaborate as needed. And move forward in love, trusting yourself in your decisions, even if it doesn't work out, knowing that you have the love and the light within you to be able to move forward, and now knowing better. So even if it doesn't work out, all that was a refinement process for you. But definitely move forward in love. There's a need to move forward, to get into the silence, to listen to the silence, connect with the God within you and move forward. I'm wanting to say that a different way, but it keeps coming out the same way, guys. I'm sorry about that. If it repeats, there's a reason for that, though. So, all right, I'm going to move forward with the plant kingdom now. So let's see what the plant kingdom has to say. All right, once again, we did not get our confirmation of the toll booth in the middle. So I feel like what we do before and after really is like how it's going to affect us, how it will be us. So we really do, even though it seems like we're powerless in all of this, we really do have a lot more power than we realize over this situation. So, okay. Also, the card that flew out, because we have flyers this time, and we're so it was the exact same one. We have Two of Swords twice there, so let's see. All right, so with this collaboration and the Two of Swords coming out twice, I feel like this is going on this week in the midst of other things. Like, we ain't got time to deal with this. It's very interesting. This Two of Cups, Two of Swords, it's kind of throwing me off, and I'm trying to figure out what's the best way to read what I'm seeing to you guys. There's a betrayal. There's a betrayal, but at the same time, there's a new relationship forming. For some, I feel like this is a renewal of a relationship, and the betrayal shows you how much this person loves you. This person betraying you shows you how much this person really does care about you. And that's the relationship to celebrate. So, and also celebrate the betrayal in that they showed you that who you need to cut out of your life. I feel like there's a need to cut someone out of your life. And there's a tendency this week, there's a tendency to be too serious, the tendency to be too overbearing on yourself, to push yourself too far, to go too far, which is why I think that this move from stillness keeps coming in. And now, like, I'm sensing this feeling of, I can't be still. I gotta go. Like that right there is going to lead to loss. It's going to lead to loss. So we don't need to be overbearing. We need to be patient and understanding. Otherwise, we very well can self-sabotage through this energy. Like, the toll booth coming through this midweek, this toll booth coming through, it really can knock us off. Patience, understanding, going within, connecting with the God within you before you make any decisions is going to be what helps you overcome this. Otherwise, there will be loss. Don't focus on the betrayal. You've got to focus on the good relationships you have. The betrayal highlighted those good relationships. But if you choose to focus on the betrayal instead and to take everything super serious, you're self-sabotaging your own self. Don't focus on the betrayal. The betrayal highlighted the relationships that are working for you. Celebrate them. Celebrate the relationships that are working. Celebrate the relationships that are working despite the betrayal. Celebrate the betrayal because it showed you who to cut out. But you've got to move forward with patience. You've got to take time. You've got to take time. So I'm going to, you know what? I'm going to bring in my whole Orgone pyramid for you. I'm bringing the whole Orgone pyramid. Don't tell me you don't have 10 minutes. Breathe. Find the stillness within you before you move forward. Breathe. Be patient. Be kind. Be understanding. If they're being overbearing, let it be so. Breathe. Breathe. Move from the stillness. Know that they can't be overbearing forever. You will be. You're like, I feel like this is an overbearing boss. Then if you're dealing with the overbearing boss this week, breathe through it. Remind yourself, I get off at such and such time. I get off at such and such time. Whenever you get off, breathe. And before you go back to working with that boss again, find your center. Find your clarity. Take time to breathe. Move from the stillness. Connect with the God within you and move from that stillness. Their overbearingness will be their downfall. Don't let it be yours. I'll say that again. Their overbearingness will be their downfall. Don't let it be yours. You take time to breathe. You take time to heal and love yourself. To heal and love. And it won't be your downfall. Because you move forward with the God within you. From your own stillness. And your dreams will come true. Because that's their overbearingness. That's for them to have to deal with. You get to move on to your dreams. Because you decided to breathe. To take it easy. To move forward with the stillness within you. Yes, boss. Yes, boss. Okay, boss. Yes, boss. Okay. And moved forward and discovered that light within you. And then whenever it was time to leave them, that was their downfall. They should have seen the star that you were, that was right in front of their face. But it's not going to be your downfall because you move forward and you get to carry that light with you. They don't get it no more. It's their downfall, not yours. All right, beloveds. Thank you for going on that ride with me. And, yeah, let's move on to the oracle card portion. Or, you know what? Let's get, while we have all this up here, letting it soak in, let's get the astrology dice out and see if we get any confirmation with the astrology dice. Shall we? Alright guys, y'all know the plug. Astrology dice is with Goddess Provisions while they're still in stock. Check out the link down below. It really helps me out a whole lot. And use my code Mystic Hillbillie. That's Hillbillie with an I-E. And you can get 10% off all orders, $25 or more. Alright guys. Thank you. Highest love and light. Okay, so we have 4 cups. So, yeah, I mean, it's the ability to look on the bright side. And waxen crescent moon, which is about surrender, letting go. Yeah, let go of what's not in your control and be willing to move forward with what is in your control. Your ability to breathe, your ability to connect to your center, your inner peace. They can't take your inner peace. So we have Mercury in Pisces in the 7th house. So yeah, relationships, there's relationships, and you got to have a you're going to gain a new understanding of the faith that you have in relationships, which is, I mean, this betrayal, celebrate the betrayal because they showed you what needs to be cut out. Also really focus on the new relationships or the highlighted good relationships that come from this betrayal. It shows you really the good relationships that you actually do have. Celebrate those good relationships and celebrate the obviousness of the betrayal, that you're able to release it and let go of that, and connect to the God within you before moving forward. I had to throw that in there. Oh, it's the message for you. So all right. Yeah, you're going to gain a new understanding of the faith in your relationships. So, let's see. We'll just put this right up here. And let's move on to the oracle card portion of our reading. And we will get out the oracle cards and see what they have to tell us. I love the oracle cards. They're so much nicer. But I like tarot because it really does get to the issues sometimes. All right, guys. Here we go. All right. So the first oracle card that we will be looking at today is the Kuan Yin Oracle deck by Alana Fairchild. I am not affiliated with her at all, but we will see if she has... Kuan Yin has a message for us this week. All right, the Lotus Throne. I really do feel like this is confirmation of the Lotus Throne. Like I was talking about, the mud, the meaning for the mud. You can't have the lotus without the mud. And the Lotus Throne is your heart. Your heart is the throne of your lotus, your own inner lotus. So, I really do feel like this is telling you to connect to your inner God, your inner goddess, your inner peace, and move from your own inner peace. And there's this refinement of faith, a refinement of faith. Believe your ability to sense the truth and love and protect your belief in your ability to sense the truth. All right, I'm called to read what the card says, so I'll read some of what this says to you guys. There are times on the path that we can greatly benefit from assistance from others. In fact, these times are almost always. A true spiritual master, teacher, guru, guide, or healer has the same role: to connect you with conscious awareness to your own inner light so that you may come to realize the spiritual power, authority, and beauty that you are in truth is the same spiritual power, authority, and beauty that you may see and honor in them. Sometimes we might need an external guide to help us make that connection. Sometimes we are closer to our own divine wisdom than we consciously realize, and yet we fall into a habit of believing that others may know more of what is good or true for us than we do ourselves. Sometimes, out of habit and conditioning, it is just easier to see the divine light in others than within our own heart. This oracle has come to you to guide you to trust that your own inner teacher is growing stronger. that you have more spiritual wisdom than you may have previously acknowledged, and that you will benefit greatly from heeding your own heart's guidance at this time. All right, beloveds. Yes, that is the message I'm hearing, is it's your own heart's guidance that is going to help you this week. That's going within, connecting with the inner God and goddess, realizing that I am no more spiritually powerful than you are, and that is beautiful. And that doesn't mean that we don't need each other. We do. The confirmations that we bring to one another is so beautiful, and it means a lot to me, and I'm sure it means a lot to you. So yeah, beloveds, go within, and within your own heart space, cultivate your own lotus throne, and be willing to move with that inner love and peace. All right. Let's move on to the next oracle card. The next oracle card I have for us is the Star Dragon oracle card, which I am not affiliated with, but I love, love, love it. So let's see what oracle we get from the Star Dragon deck for our highest love and light message this week. Okay, this reminds me a lot of the Hermit card that was coming out. And yeah, enlightenment, moving forward. So I feel like there's going to be illusions, but illusions that are really real. Like, how dare I call these illusions? But illusions that are trying to stop us, but we can continue to move forward. And a lot of it is, cultivating that inner peace and moving forward with that inner peace. And I feel like we need to trust our subconscious. There's a subconscious knowing of where and how to move forward. And also understand that you are divinely and spiritually protected. Spirit has your back. So be willing to move into that deeper divine love, into that deeper divine knowing and understanding and peace within. They can't take your inner peace that's coming out. Like, you are protected. They can't take your inner peace. And yeah, I'm seeing a need to understand your beliefs, understand how you feel about your beliefs, and understand that their beliefs are theirs, yours is yours kind of thing. Like, there's this understanding about how you feel about your beliefs and how you work with your beliefs versus how they do. There's an understanding of beliefs that is necessary. Like, they're not going to understand you. It would be great if they did. Like, we could actually all get along kind of thing. But, you can understand them. So there's an understanding of how you feel about your beliefs. Like, how you feel about your beliefs. And they can't tell you how you feel about your beliefs. So move forward with that from your heart space. Move forward from your heart. That's what she's touching. She's touching her heart. Move forward from your heart. Your own lotus throne. You know that you've earned through your hardships, your toils and your trials. And keep moving forward. Keep moving forward. The next oracle card this week is going to be the Fairy Wisdom Oracle deck. Oh, look, this one was turned that way. So, trouble. Yeah, I do feel like we're dealing with trouble, honesty, and lies. Like, someone's lying to you this week, but thank God for the lies so that you can, focus on the truth, I guess. Okay, so the cards is the Fairy Wisdom Oracle deck from Nancy and Amy Brown. I'm not affiliated with them, but I think you can find them on Amazon. So let's see what comes out. Okay, this is when I pulled, one fell to the ground. This is what fell to the ground. Oh, interesting. Teacher, shaman, and we got 23 here and 23 here. 15. Potential, discovery, heart's desires, well-being. Okay, potential. And this, you see, that's what I was saying earlier in the card reading, was it's what you make out of it. And I feel like there's something coming through this week to help enlighten you and to teach you a deeper understanding of how you feel about your beliefs. You need to be open to listening to your heart. Opening up to listening to your heart is what opens your potential to learn and have a deeper understanding of the power of your beliefs, the power of your feelings. So you have to make time and space to be able to open up to hear your heart. And that is, you hear your heart in the silence. You will hear your heart in the silence. Do not fear. Reach for love. You are divinely protected. Make time and space to listen to your heart in the silence. And you will gain a deeper understanding, knowing of the power of your feelings and beliefs that is going to give you freedom. Wow, this is very powerful, very, very powerful. Take time to meditate this week. Move from that inner peace. Don't let them take your inner peace. You can only give that away. They can't take it. That's why I say don't let them. They're going to try to take it. Yes, they're going to do everything they can to take it. But you have to let them. You can even count down the time that you have to deal with these fools. And then go take care of you. Self-care, 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 self-care. Create that time and space to listen to your heart this week. I feel like it's very powerful. It's a very powerful reading. All right, guys, let's move on to the next oracle card we have. This one I am affiliated with. So we got the Spirit Allies deck with Goddess Provisions. I love this one so much. Goddess Provisions, link in the description. Thank you guys. All right. Okay, interesting. I got frog. And a frog, I feel like this is about transformation and realizing that you no longer belong where you used to think that you belong. You don't belong there. And then protecting where you now belong and realizing that, you have new friends. It's a new collaboration. Be willing to collaborate is what I'm hearing. Be willing to collaborate, new partnerships, new friendships. This is a good thing. And then we also got Raven 44. So with this, I feel like also we've got to be wise. We've got to take the knowledge that we've gained from our past betrayals too as we move forward. But don't let that like I said, I'm seeing two relationships this week. I'm seeing one that it's so worthy of being celebrated, and I'm seeing one that's just being backstabbed. So really, 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 like, use your wisdom and your discernment, and that truth and that lies is coming through. Like, you're being lied to. But I don't want to make you paranoid. I feel like you're going to find out who's lying to you, and that doesn't mean that all the relationships are bad, because there's this very good relationship in there, and then there's this backstabbing relationship. So being wise about navigating this, and the last thing you want to do is suspect the good friend of being the liar. The honest friend to being the liar, because the liar is so good at, and you might be seeing this play out with the close loved ones. Like, you might be trying to figure out how to tell them, hey, the one that you think's lying to you is not, but, like, so, I don't know. We'll take it if it resonates. If it resonates, yeah. But yeah, you've got to decide. You decide how you deal with your friendships. You decide where you belong. If you belong in the night swamp jumping on the lily pads, or if you belong in the sky and flying around. Like, you decide where you belong, and then you protect where you belong. But there is kind of like a renewal of, like, a repositioning. So be wise and protect, and that if you belong there, if you listen to your heart, if you're able to open up and hear your heart and listen to your heart, then that's where in your heart says, I like this, I love this, then that's where you belong, and that's where you need to protect where you belong. And if you listen to your heart and it's like, oh my gosh, I don't like this at all, I can't handle it, then you don't belong there. So you're going to have to listen to your heart, and really only you're the one that can help you with that, navigating that part of it. But yeah, there is a need to move forward with your inner peace, and there's a lesson that's being learned. It's an understanding of your faith, but that's separate from this belonging and relationship issue. Like, I feel like there's just two things playing out, which there's probably multiple things playing out in a week. You know what I mean? Like, but there's like, yeah, there can be multiple things happening throughout the week. You know what I mean? Like, at work, this is happening. At home, this is happening. And we're dealing with these and this and that and this and that, And that's kind of the energy I'm picking up on. There's this chaotic energy. So you've got to take time for you, know that you belong with your peace, and you got to find time. I mean, even if it's just a couple minutes of deep breath exercise, recentering before you can have the more time later. But please give yourself time. Give yourself time for self-care and self-nurturing and taking care of yourself, because you deserve that. And yeah, love yourself through this week, but be willing to connect with the inner God within you and really move forward with that. Really hope I've inspired you to connect with your inner light. All right, so let's move forward with the very final oracle card that I have for us this week. We'll finish this reading. So the final oracle card I have for us this week is the Hidden Realms oracle card. So I'm not affiliated with them, but Hidden Realms by Colette Baron Reed. Do you believe they can be found on Amazon, if you believe? So let's see what the Hidden Realms has for us this week. All right, the cosmos, creativity, vastness. So I feel like for our closing message, it's coming through to say the universe has our back. We are divinely protected. The universe has our back in connecting with our creativity and our inner peace, which is just it's just as vast as our inner cosmos. The cosmos are within you. And you have, the cosmos has your back in connecting with the cosmos within you this week. So, yeah. And go where your heart belongs. Like, I also feel like the universe is cheering you on to follow your heart's dreams, and that the universe is telling you that you belong following your heart's dreams. You belong understanding your heartstrings and moving towards your heartstrings, and the universe has your back. The universe has your back. No matter what things may be looking like on the outside, or no matter what overbearing boss or backstabbing friend or misunderstanding of a good friend that is happening, the universe loves you. The universe has your back. And the universe knows that you belong in love. You belong in a life that you can enjoy living. The universe has your back, and no matter what seems to be happening in front of you this week, the universe wants to remind you that all things are working out for your good. The universe is working behind the scenes. The universe is working behind your back, not in the backstabbing way, but to make sure that the backstab is for your good, for your highest good. All things are working out for your highest good. And the universe is here to remind you that they have your back. Be willing to understand that you belong loving this life. All right, beloveds, that is our message for this week. I thank you all so much for joining me. I so enjoyed giving these messages. I do hope that you enjoyed receiving them. Please hit that like button if you did. And I thank you all so much. Of course, I have to put in, if you do want a personal reading, this was a general reading, but if you want a personal reading, check out my website, themystichillbillie.com. We'll be running some sales here soon too. So also check out my Instagram and my Facebook. I'm constantly running ads for giving away free readings and stuff like that, and giving away cool stuff. So check out my Instagram and my Facebook, and thank you all so much for joining me. I thank you so much. I do pray that you find your peace and that you're able to move with it this week in wonderful wisdom and delight, and that you understand that everything is working out for our highest good as we move forward. All right, beloveds, thank you so much for joining me. As always, be blessed with love.